Hey everybody. Hey everybody, welcome. I thought I would come on in. I'm not 100% feeling my best, but I still want to make sure that I show up for all of my followers, all of my subscribers, everybody who has subscribed to the Dream Feathers podcast. We are 6 years old today, and we will be doing a little something on Thursday, which is the day that we go live. We're in the process of recording for season 6, so we're still gathering guests. We started recording about a month ago, so we're still trying to get all of that information in and bring some new guests to you guys, and bring some guests, some former guests who has been on season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as we have branded our names and making sure that our podcast was branded to, our coaching brand, because we're all one brand. WCD Coaching. We catch dreams. Women committed to dreams. Dream Fearless. That's how Dream Fearless podcast was pretty much birthed. So I'm excited. Thank you all, and I just want to come on here, and wanted you guys to be I'm sorry about the noise in the background, you guys. That is my puppy making noise, of course, as I would go live. But anyway, I just want to say thank you. I just want to talk about some of the episodes, just in case some of you are new that come in, that are here, who's never heard a Dream Feathers podcast, or if you've never listened to a season or episode. We're going to tell you how to go there and download episodes and download the different seasons. Um, you guys, I hope you can hear me. Um, my puppy always comes in and has a field day when I'm going live. But thank you all for just being with me for these 6 years. We've had every season has been different. Every season has been a growth spurt for us. Every season has been different. We have grown throughout these 6 years. We have shared different stories. We have heard of people's different ones' testimonies, different ones' dreams, how they build. I had a former guest on season 5 on last year, which was one of my sisters. She shared the progress that she actually shared the progress that she um, done, the progress that she had made, um, and it was just so profound. Um, Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to fix my camera. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Sorry. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, you guys. Let's see. Let me run my camera. I'm hoping that it is not backwards. You guys, I'm hoping that it's not backwards to you guys. I think I'm a little bit frozen, so bear with me. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Erlinda, Miranda. Hi. Thanks for joining in. I think I'm stuck, you guys, so just bear with me. Bear with me. I think I'm stuck a little bit. Let me see what's going on. Let's let me All right, you guys, I had to come back in. I was frozen a little bit, so I don't know if you guys could hear me. I want to make sure that you guys can see Dream Fearless Podcast 6 in the back, because I don't know, it looked like it was backwards. Hey, Orlando, thank you for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you have not listened to any episodes, Please feel free to download on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora. We're also on a radio station called tunein.com. You guys, my eyes may look a little bit weak to you guys because I'm still in recovery. I'm still healing. As I had a small procedure, and there are symptoms and side effects that come with it. Plus, there's a lot of things that's going around, but I'm just trying to stay in. I was a little bit weak yesterday, so that's probably why. And I put on some makeup so I can look a little bit like something. But anyway, happy 6 year anniversary to us, the Dream Feathers podcast. For a lot of you who don't know me, I am the owner and the host of Dream Fearless podcast, and I am the one that founded, and I am a coach as well as an entrepreneur. I actually started WCD coaching and Dream Fearless podcast in 2020, and we went live in 2021. But the podcast actually went live before our coaching center went live, and that's how we got our coaching name from Dream Fearless. What Dream Fearless got its name from WCD coaching because, again, WCD stands for Women Committed to Dreams and Women Catch Dreams. And so Dream Fearless is also one of our apparel lines, which is also known as Fearless Daughters Catch Dreams. So we have a whole brand around coaching, apparel, faith, podcast. And I also have a second podcast for some of you who don't know, which is called Labor and Love Mission Podcast, which is on YouTube, and it's also on podcast platforms like Dream Fearless. So Dream Fearless, we're in season 6, and Labor and Love is in season 2. And so we really right now is focused on doing recordings for Dream Fearless podcast. I just want to give you guys a little rundown. I'm gonna try not to keep you all that long and not try to keep myself as long, but I still want to make sure I get up and do some things just to rejuvenate my body and still be able to stay active and not just, because you still got to stay active when you're healing as well. But I wouldn't didn't want to miss this opportunity to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to each and everyone who has downloaded the podcast, who have shared the podcast, who have listened to different episodes. Let's go back to season one. Season one and season two was we were still figuring out our podcast name, which we did start it out with WC to Life podcast and Stay True podcast because WC to Life is a part of WCD coaching because WC to Life was part of our health coaching program. So I was like, well, how about WC to Life podcast? And season three and season four, when we narrowed it down to Dream Fearless podcast, and we was like, hey, this sticks. But when it was WC to Life podcast and Stay True podcast, we started off with a lot of my colleagues, a lot of friends and professional women and men, across the border, across different states in the United States. And then we interviewed different ones from other countries like Kenya, United Kingdom, Canada. It was fun, just getting to know them and getting to know their dreams, getting to know them as a person, and getting to know what they were building. And so, season 6, we are talking about building legacy. In season 6, we're talking about building legacy and how the legacy is going to stick, how we're going to carry the legacy. And we're also going to be discussing about how we built a legacy. How do we continue to build a legacy, and what do we need to do to keep the legacy going amongst our family, our peers, our children, our colleagues? How do we keep it going now that we built it? What's next? how do we keep this legacy rooted and grounded and keep it covered, keep our legacy nurtured the way that it's supposed to be. So I'm excited about season 6, and actually we were supposed to start recording in March, because we were going to start early, but in March and April it was a bit of a tough season for me, so I actually had to pause the recording for a month and a half. But to God be the glory, because we are all here, and I just want to say thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, thank you for listening to the episodes. Hey, everybody coming in on YouTube, let me know where you're tuning in from. Again, I apologize, LinkedIn family, because I actually started a little bit late because I had some technical difficulties with my streaming devices. But I want to say thank you that things have progressed so far, and now I'm in the process of, actually, to be honest, you guys, opening some offices. I've uh, developed a team for my coaching, and um, I think my next agenda is going to be developing a team for the podcast. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Our coaching firm is still always growing, and we're still always hiring a team, and we're hiring employees, and making sure they're dedicated and committed to the dream, making sure you're dedicated and committed to the dream, making sure you're dedicated and committed to the vision. And so, yes, that's where I am at right now, that the podcast will have a team and a half staff, and you definitely will be seeing me even more live in the future, and more so in different arenas and different areas. We're growing, and we're building. Like I said, this is what this season is about. It's about building a foundation, sticking to that foundation, continuing the legacy, going from one stage to another, and making sure that we have the wisdom, and making sure we have the right mindset, making sure we have the stamina to do what we need to do. And I'm excited. And so I hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday. And I plan to go live and have either a former guest or a new guest that will come on for season 6 on Thursday. So Thursday we will be live on YouTube, and on LinkedIn on Thursday at 7 p.m. If that changes, you guys will know. I just wanted to share some things about season 1 and season 2. Let me talk about season 1 and season 2, how we were growing. And I shared a lot about my documentary. I did a documentary. I did a documentary 1 and 2. We talked about molding ourselves and growing into entrepreneurship. I talked about my time where I was growing in entrepreneurship, and I really wasn't sure if that's where I needed to be, and found out, sure enough, that's where I needed to be. So a lot of season 1 and 2 and a little bit of 3, it was a lot of growing spurts. It was a lot of growth in those seasons, and I had friends of friends to come on, and people that I have met move, move, to share. Uh, I'm sorry, you guys, my puppy in the way. But I grew a lot. Hey, Lachelle, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Let me know where you're tuning in from. But season 1 and season 2 was dear to my heart, because I shared my documentary, I shared my testimony, talked about entrepreneurship, and talked about the the effects of being comfortable and the different effects of being uncomfortable. So it was like where the growth had started. It was where the pressure started. Um, and not just me, but different ones who came on the show, and how we progressed from that. So I was very, 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 very very excited, but also nervous at the same time. But it was different, and I know that it was a place that um, I needed to step in. I knew it was a place that I needed to step in, and so I'm grateful for that growth. Sometimes we don't want to go through the process and we don't want to go through those growth spurts, but we learn from those things because we have to learn how to pivot. We learn how to change some things. We learn how to fall and we learn how to get back. We learn how to fail so we can succeed, and we get the things right, and we put things in place and put things in perspective so we can get certain things right, if they make sense. So I I was definitely excited when I look back at where I started. Um, it was phenomenal. It was definitely phenomenal because it was things that people out there in the world and the community needed to hear. They needed to hear, oh, how do you start this being uncomfortable? How do you keep going when you don't have people backing you up? Or the people that you thought that was going to back up, how do you start? So I was looking back at that, that was something that was needed, and I know that a lot of people really learn from that. All right, Charlotte, Chi-Town in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, Lachelle. And if I sent you an invite, I know I started at 8. I think I started like a little bit after 8, and I definitely apologize because I was having technical difficulties, you guys, with the streaming. But I'm here. But I just thank everybody who has been on that journey with me. My puppy is always trying to distract me when I go live, you guys. But I thank God for the growth. I thank God for the trials, and I thank God for the stories of so many that I came in contact with. And if you haven't shared your story yet, and then feel free to reach out to me. Again, this season, I'm talking about legacy. I am recording. I will be going live Thursday, but you can sign up a time to record, a day and a time that's good for you to record, so we can record. And an episode usually goes out every Thursday. Right now we're going to start back getting back on track and doing every Thursday because we have been on pause since about January or February this year, for a couple months, just trying to revamp because I was recording Labor and Love podcast. So now that I have stopped, we're going to start recording. Um, but yeah, um, so season one was about growth, about being uncomfortable, and how to accept the call. Season two was more of, okay, now that I've accepted the call, what do I do now? That's what season two was about. Now that I've accepted the call, what do I do now? Season three is, hey, we're here, we're in it, we're in the thick of things. So where do we go from here? How do we help and reach back and reach other ones? And then we just started growing from there, from season three, season four. See, every season, you guys had a season one through season five had a. We didn't do much a lot of recordings on season five, because I was actually working on the coaching, but we did do some episodes in season five. We did do some, but when you look back, if you listen to every episode, it is different. um every season is different. Every season means something. Every season has a message just for you. So I'm excited because I know every season speaks to each and every individual, no matter what, no matter what country or what state or whatever part of the world that you're listening from or you're tuning in from. I know that every season speaks to someone, and I'm very appreciative of that. Um, hey, from Brazil, thank you for joining. So, you guys, I'm excited. I'm excited. So again, you know, um, And I wish I could play some of the episodes. I think it's season 5. I think last year in 2025 or 2024, I was able, I think it was 2024, I was able to upload and play some former episodes, some more, some of the popular episodes where we got a lot of views and a lot of downloads on. And I was able to play some episodes, but um, I plan to actually play a snippet, do a reel of some of the former episodes that I've done before, and hopefully I can do that this week. But if you want to listen, just go back, just listen, download Dream Fearless Podcast on your favorite podcast player or your favorite radio station, and pick a season that you know that you think is going to speak to you. Just pick a season, and you know that's on your heart or that's in your mind, and and pick an episode, and you'll be blessed with that. So and then just pick an episode. When you look at the title, you're gonna be like, "Oh, let me check this one out because this one may speak to me." um, and you will hear the stories. Um, we talk from entrepreneurship, to, like I said, from growth to entrepreneurship to dreams to relationships to different things in everyday life when building a vision, when building a dream. So it's a lot of things. There's a lot of key things in each season that we all needed, or that we all needed to hear. Um, so I'm definitely excited about that. And I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in, for the ones who have been following us and listening and downloading since 2020. Even if you came on 2 or 3 years later and heard about it, or even if you haven't downloaded it, go check it out, and download some episodes. I would love to hear your comments. You can leave feedback on the podcast, show notes on the episodes. I know you can leave feedback on Spotify. I'm not sure about Apple. I know other podcasts is you can leave feedback and you can rate it. You can rate the podcast. So feel free, after you listen, if you have not listened, feel free to rate us. That's how we get our name out there. Subscribe to us. Subscribe to Patreon, because there's extra clips and extra episodes that's not even uploaded live for the public. You get the extra perks when you subscribe and become a Patreon. But even if you're not led to do that, still subscribe to us and download and let people know that this is a podcast that believes in vision, believes in dreams, believes in personal growth, spiritual growth, professional growth, because that's what WCD Coaching Dream Fearless podcast is about. It's a whole brain in one, and we care about, how you would succeed, how you will fulfill things in this life. So I'm excited to get started with season 6. I'm excited to record. I'm excited to have phenomenal conversations with individuals, with professionals, whatever your background is. I'm excited to hear you build the legacy. Um, and if it's already built, how you're going to keep that legacy going, how you're going to keep that legacy continuing and flowing. So I'm excited to have the conversation again. um, Reach out to me by email, or if you follow me on social medias, inbox me and say, "Hey, I want to inquire about the podcast." I will send you the registration form so we can have a consultation and talk and see if you're a good fit for the Dream Fearless podcast. To hear your story. I want to hear your story. And so we can know that the world needs it, to hear your story, to hear what you have to share, so you can get your story out there, because everyone has a story. But again, I can't say thank you enough for following the Dream Fearless podcast. Thank you for keeping our name in the wind, and downloading, sharing with family and friends, replaying, subscribing. And again, if you have not done that, you still have a chance to do that. As I would say before I close out, continue to dream fearless, continue to build, continue to stay connected, and stay humble. Um, you know, make sure that you're connecting yourself with like-minded people who believe in you, who believe in your dreams, who believe in cheering you on, pushing you on, and coaching you on. So until next time, I will see you all, preferably on Thursday, as we would do the first live recording of season six, as we have stepped into season six, which is today, our 6 year anniversary. And I want to thank you all. Feel free to leave your comments if you happen to catch the replay, and I will talk to you soon. God bless.